3 days ago, a woman drove her 2022 RAV4 into my shop with what her dealership had described as multiple system failures. The check engine light was on. She had a rough idle that started out of nowhere. The power windows lost their auto-up function completely. The TPMS light was burning steady despite tires she had checked twice at the gas station. They quoted her $1,600 in diagnostic fees and repairs and told her to leave the car for 2 days. I asked her one question. "Did you recently replace the battery?" She stared at me. "My husband changed it last weekend." "Yes." "Why does that matter?" 18 minutes later, every problem was gone. The check engine light cleared. The idle was smooth and stable. The windows worked perfectly. The TPMS light was off. Total cost, $0. She sat in the parking lot for a full minute before she drove away. I think she was trying to figure out how to explain that to her husband. Here is what most Toyota owners never get told. Modern Toyotas are not just cars, they are rolling computer networks. The engine, transmission, brakes, steering, climate, and windows are all controlled by modules that communicate with each other constantly. When those modules lose power from a dead battery, a bad connection, or sometimes just time, they lose calibration data, they lose learned parameters, they throw fault codes for conditions that do not actually exist anymore, and the car behaves strangely in ways that look exactly like expensive mechanical failures, but are not. I have worked on Toyotas for over 2 decades. I can tell you from experience that a significant portion of the warning lights, rough shifts, idle problems, and electrical gremlins I see every week are not hardware failures at all. They are calibration losses. They are memory wipes. They are computers asking to be restarted. And almost every one of them can be fixed in your driveway for free. Today, I am sharing every reset procedure that works on real Toyota problems. These are not shortcuts or workarounds. These are the actual correction procedures built into the systems your Toyota already has. Watch through to the end, because the last few might surprise you. Reset 1. The Master Engine Control Unit Reset. This procedure fixes more Toyota problems than anything else on this list. It forces the engine control unit to clear its memory and rebuild every learned parameter from scratch. Use this when a check engine light appears suddenly without any other symptoms, when the idle becomes rough or unstable, when fuel economy drops for no obvious reason, or when performance suddenly feels flat or hesitant after months of running fine. Here is the complete procedure. Turn the car fully off and remove the key. Open the hood and find the negative battery terminal. It is the black cable marked with a minus sign. Use a 10mm wrench to loosen the clamp counterclockwise until it slides free from the post. Keep the cable away from any metal surface. Now wait 15 full minutes. This is the part most people skip, and skipping it is why the procedure does not work for them. Your Toyota has an engine control unit that contains capacitors which hold residual charge. If you reconnect too soon, the memory will not fully clear. While you are waiting, press and hold the brake pedal for 30 seconds. This helps pull down any remaining charge in the system faster. After 15 minutes, reconnect the terminal and tighten it securely. Start the engine and let it idle completely undisturbed for 5 minutes. No accessories, no air conditioning, no radio, no touching the throttle. The engine control unit is measuring sensor baselines, calibrating idle control, and re-establishing fuel trim reference points. Interrupting this means you will have to start over. After the idle period, drive for 10 to 15 minutes under varied conditions, including some city stops and starts, some steady highway speed, and a couple of gentle accelerations. The engine control unit uses that drive to relearn adaptive parameters. By the time you are home, the car should feel normal again. Reset 2. The throttle body relearn. Every Toyota made after roughly 2004 uses an electronic throttle. There is no mechanical cable that connects your foot to the throttle plate anymore. The ECU controls that plate entirely through software. For the idle to be stable, the ECU needs to know precisely where the throttle plate sits at rest. When that calibration gets wiped after a battery disconnect, after cleaning the throttle body, or sometimes just randomly over years of accumulated data drift, you get a rough, unstable idle, an engine that surges at steady speed, or one that nearly stalls at stops. The fix is a throttle relearn procedure, but the timing has to be precise. Do this with a completely cold engine, ideally first thing in the morning before you've driven anywhere. Turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Wait exactly 3 seconds. Press the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for exactly 5 seconds. Release the pedal fully and immediately. Turn the ignition off. Wait 10 seconds. Now start the engine normally and let it idle for 10 minutes without touching the gas pedal at all. During those 10 minutes, the ECU is finding its reference points for idle position and mapping the air-fuel mixture that produces a stable, correct idle. Your idle should settle and smooth out within a few minutes. If the problem persists after this, you likely have actual deposits on the throttle plate itself. A quick throttle body cleaning followed by another relearn usually finishes the job. Reset 3. The Tire Pressure Monitoring System Calibration. Every Toyota shop I have talked to has a version of the same story. A customer comes in with a tire pressure monitoring system light that will not turn off. The tires are perfectly inflated. They have checked them 3 times. The dealership wants to charge them $80 to $100 to reset a sensor. Here is how to do it yourself in under 5 minutes. First, check your tire pressure against the sticker on your driver's door jamb. Do not use the maximum pressure number embossed on the tire sidewall. Those are different numbers. The door sticker tells you the correct operating pressure Toyota specifies for your vehicle. Inflate all 4 tires and the spare if your model monitors it to exactly that number. Cold tires only. Check before you drive. With the tires properly inflated, turn the ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Find the Tire Pressure Monitoring System reset button. On most Toyota models, it is located beneath the left side of the steering column and labeled with a tire symbol. Some newer models have moved this into the Vehicle Settings menu on the touchscreen. If you are having trouble finding it, your owner's manual will show the exact location for your model. Press and hold the Tire Pressure Monitoring System button until the warning light blinks slowly 3 times. Release the button, start the engine, and drive for at least 15 minutes at speeds above 25 miles per hour. The system needs time and wheel rotation to read all 4 sensors and verify the pressures you have set. The light will turn off during or shortly after that drive. One important detail. If the light blinks rapidly at startup rather than staying steady, that is a different situation. That blink pattern means a sensor itself is failing, not just uncalibrated. That is the one case where a shop visit is actually necessary. Reset 4. The Transmission Relearn. Your Toyota's transmission control module learns how you drive. It tracks your acceleration patterns, how aggressively you brake, how often you're in stop-and-go traffic, and it continuously adjusts shift points, torque converter lockup timing, and clutch pressure to match. That learned data is what makes your Toyota's transmission feel smooth and perfectly tuned to your driving style. When the battery is disconnected, that learning is erased. The transmission goes back to factory default parameters, which were written to serve the statistical average of all drivers in all conditions. The result is a transmission that shifts at the wrong times, feels clunky, or hunts between gears, all of which looks and feels like transmission trouble but isn't. The fix is a deliberate relearn drive. Start with a cold engine and cold transmission, best done in the morning after the car has sat overnight. Drive for 15 to 20 minutes through a mix of conditions, city streets, a stretch of highway, gradual hills, some easy acceleration, and normal braking. What you want to avoid during this relearn window is anything aggressive. No hard launches, no full throttle pulls, no sudden hard stops. You are trying to show the transmission control module your actual normal driving pattern, not your worst-case behavior. After 20 minutes of normal, varied driving, the shifts should feel smooth and natural. Some Toyota models, particularly those with CVT transmissions, need 2 or 3 of these drive cycles across consecutive days to fully relearn all parameters. If it isn't right the first day, let the car sit overnight and repeat the drive. Reset 5. The power window auto function. After a battery change, many Toyota owners discover something odd. The one-touch auto-up feature on a window stops working. The window still goes up and down fine, but only if you hold the switch the whole way. Tapping it no longer works. The window motor is not broken. The switch is not broken. The window regulator module simply lost its calibration, and it no longer knows where the top and bottom limits of travel are. The recalibration takes about 30 seconds per window. With the ignition on, use the window switch to roll the window all the way down. Once the window stops at the bottom, keep holding the switch in the down position for 3 to 5 seconds. You may hear a faint click from the regulator. Now roll the window all the way up. Once it reaches the top, keep holding the switch in the up position for 3 to 5 seconds. Release the switch. Test by tapping the switch upward briefly. The window should travel all the way up on its own. Tap it down briefly. It should travel fully down. Repeat this procedure for any other windows that lost the function, always using each door's own switch rather than the driver's master panel. Reset 6. The MAF sensor fix. The mass airflow sensor sits just past your air filter and measures exactly how much air is entering the engine every fraction of a second. That number goes directly to the ECU, which uses it to calculate fuel injection quantity. When that sensor gets coated with fine dust from a worn filter or oil residue from an over-oiled aftermarket filter, the readings drift. The ECU starts calculating the wrong fuel amounts. The result is a rough idle, hesitation under acceleration, noticeably worse fuel economy, or a check engine light with codes in the PISO 100 to P104 range. The symptom feels mechanical. It feels like a fuel system problem. It is usually a sensor you can clean in 5 minutes. Remove the MAF sensor. It typically involves 2 small screws and a wiring connector. Spray it with MAF specific cleaner only, not carburetor cleaner, not brake cleaner, not any general-purpose spray. Those products damage the sensor's heated wire element, which is delicate enough that the wrong chemical will ruin it permanently. MAF cleaner is formulated specifically for this purpose and leaves no residue. Spray it, let the sensor dry completely for 5 to 10 minutes, and reinstall. After reinstalling, do a full ECU reset to clear any stored fault codes, then drive normally for a few miles. The ECU relearns with accurate air measurement data, the fuel trims correct themselves, and the hesitation disappears. Do this preventively every 20,000 to 30,000 miles, and you'll never deal with a dirty MAF symptom at all. Reset 7. The steering angle sensor. If your VSC light, traction control light, or stability control warning appeared after a wheel alignment, a tire rotation, or any suspension work, the steering angle sensor lost its calibration. That sensor tells the stability control system which direction the wheels are pointed. After alignment work shifts the mechanical relationship between the steering column and the wheels, The sensor zero reference no longer matches physical center. The system reads a constant small steering input even when the wheel is straight and interprets it as a potential skid. The reset is automatic but requires a specific driving sequence. Find a flat, open road with no traffic. Start the engine and make sure you are on level ground. Turn the steering wheel all the way to the left until it stops, then all the way to the right until it stops, then bring it back to center. Use your steering wheel logo as a reference point. It should be aimed directly at you when the wheels are straight. Now drive in a perfectly straight line at 20 miles per hour for about 100 feet, holding the wheel precisely centered. The sensor calibrates itself during that straight line drive. The warning lights should turn off within seconds to a minute. If they stay on, turn the car off, wait 30 seconds, restart the engine, and repeat the maneuver once more. Almost every case resolves within 2 attempts. Reset 8. The Bluetooth Fresh Pair. Bluetooth problems in Toyotas, such as the phone that shows as connected but produces no audio, the connection that drops after 5 minutes, or audio that cuts in and out randomly, are almost never hardware failures. They are corrupted pairing data. When your phone's software updates, or when the car's infotainment software updates, the stored pairing information on one side no longer matches the other. The handshake fails silently, and the connection misbehaves. The solution is always the same. Delete everything and start clean. In your Toyota's Bluetooth settings, find your phone in the paired device list and delete it completely. On your phone, go into Bluetooth settings and forget the Toyota connection. Don't just disconnect, actually remove it. Now turn Bluetooth completely off on your phone. Turn the Toyota off and let it sit for 2 minutes so both systems fully power down. Restart the Toyota. Turn Bluetooth back on your phone. Pair them from scratch as if it is the first time, following every confirmation prompt on both screens. Fresh pairing data from both sides eliminates whatever mismatch was causing the problem. Most Bluetooth issues resolve immediately and stay resolved. Reset 9. The Sunroof Calibration. If your Toyota's panoramic roof or moonroof stops partway through its travel, refuses to close completely, or loses its automatic open and close function, before you assume a motor failure and start thinking about repair costs. Try the sunroof reset first. This procedure works because the sunroof control module, like the window regulators, lost its travel limits after a power interruption. Close the sunroof as far as it will go using the switch. Once it reaches the closed position, keep holding the close button for 10 additional seconds. The roof may make small clicking or adjusting movements. That's normal. Now open the sunroof fully. Once it is completely open, keep holding the open button for 10 additional seconds. Then close it again and hold the close button for 10 more seconds after it shuts. Test the automatic open and close functions. The sunroof should now operate smoothly through its complete range of travel. This procedure resolves the vast majority of sunroof behavior complaints without any mechanical work at all. If your Toyota's climate control has started behaving erratically, with temperatures that do not match what you set, airflow that seems to come from the wrong vents, or a system that blows the same temperature no matter what you ask for, the HVAC control module needs to relearn where its blend door actuators are. Blend door actuators are small motorized doors inside the ductwork that control how air is mixed and directed. After a power loss, the module does not know where those doors sit in their travel range. It has to guess, and it guesses wrong. Turn off the climate control completely. Turn off the vehicle and open the driver's door. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and wait 5 full minutes. This clears the climate control module's memory and resets all actuator position data. Reconnect the battery and close all doors. Start the vehicle. Set the climate control to auto mode. Set the temperature to 72 degrees. Do not touch anything else. Let the system run without any input for 5 minutes. During this time, every blend door actuator sweeps through its full range of travel so the module can re-establish accurate position references. After 5 minutes, the climate control should respond accurately to whatever you set. Temperature control becomes precise again, and airflow goes exactly where you ask it to. Here is the single most important thing to understand about every reset on this list. A reset clears stored fault data and restores calibration. It does not fix a genuine hardware failure. If you perform a reset and the same warning light comes back on within a day or two of normal driving, there is an actual fault the engine control unit keeps detecting, and the reset is not the solution. At that point, reading the fault codes, either with a $30 OBD2 reader or at a shop, will tell you exactly what the real problem is. I will tell you from experience, more often than you would expect, the reset is the solution. Sensors glitch, modules lose memory, calibration data corrupts. And Toyota, like every modern vehicle, was designed to be restarted. Knowing when and how to do that is the difference between a $1,600 shop estimate and $0 spent in your own driveway. Comment below with which reset fixed your problem. I read every single one. Every